Today we're going to be demonstrating how to remove an electric cooktop and test the burners. We're going to start by removing the front panel. On this particular model, the screws are a Torx head, or some people call a star head. Next, we're going to remove the vent cover in the back. We're going to use a 1/4-inch nut driver for this. The cover itself is held in by 2 screws on the side, and then its fan is held in by 3 screws right here. We do need to remove these to take the cover off. The cover then will pop out independently from the fan, and we can set this aside. We're going to remove the control panel. This can get stuck on the top fairly easily. Just get a paint scraper, carefully put it between the control panel and the plastic cover that it attaches to. This one is coming off fairly easily. We'll pop this up and out. After that, we're going to remove our control panel cover here. This has 2 1/4-inch screws on the sides and 4 more pointing towards the oven. Remove the cover. Once we have the control panel cover off, we've removed the foam. We're going to remove these 2 screws on either side. These are going to be the top screws pointing towards our cooktop, and that will release our cooktop. To remove the cooktop, we're going to lift from the front. On some models, you'll have a large connector to separate the cooktop from the oven. This is not one of those. So instead, we're going to lift off from the back, throw some protective cover on top of the oven, and gently set the cooktop down. To test our element, we're going to use a voltmeter set to ohms. We have 2 leads going into this element. This one is our hot. We're going to go ahead and remove our neutral lead, and we should get about 45 to 50 ohms on a working element. And we're reading about 47 1/4, and that's a good working element. When replacing the element, there's a few things you want to do before pulling this guy out. First, you're going to want to get a picture of the configuration. Next, you're going to want to mark where your screws are holding it in. You'll see that these elements are numbered around them. You're going to match these up with the new element. To remove the element with these hinges, first we're going to disconnect our wires after taking a picture of the configuration. See, we've also marked where everything's going. To remove the retainers of the element, we're going to use needle nose pliers. Grab at the tip and pull out and up. You can then lift the element up and out. You'll get your new element. On the new one, you'll want to mark the same numbers on the old. And to reinstall, you'll just push the tabs up until they click into the respective holes. That's what she said. You can cut that part out. If you're replacing the whole cooktop, you'll follow the same steps for all the elements that have the retaining clips. Some will have screws, pretty self-explanatory. And this little bugger is our hot indicator light. We'll want to remove the connections, and you'll see it has 2 tabs on either side of it. You'll want to take a pair of needle nose pliers, grab as close to the base of those tabs as you can, and it will pop out. Your new one will pop right back in, and you can hook this up in any way. It is not a polarized part.